If we did not respond to this, then this effort that we put all of this time into would have been interpreted as nothing but a cop killer duping the governor and the public. So we made a decision, and we made a decision that we were going to fight back, that we weren't going to fucking take it. We made a decision as a confederation of clubs, and we made a decision as a motorcycle club that we were going to fucking respond through a public statement, through a press release. And so what I did is I explained to everybody. On December 12th, 1979, at about 8 p.m., the Portland Drug Task Force initiated a warrant on the Outsiders Motorcycle Club clubhouse in Portland, Oregon. Plainclothes officers with no identifying markers and no announcement kicked the door in with guns drawn, with the goal of planting drugs and harming members of the motorcycle club. The first officer through the door was a man named David Crother. He was a rookie. They put the rookie up front for a reason. The rookie makes it through the door. And obviously, what any man who would defend his home would do, if a man kicked his door down without identifying himself, and he armed himself, is he would shoot that perpetrator. He would shoot the intruder. And that's exactly what happened. The man got shot. After the man got shot, 144 rounds were released into the clubhouse, and not one round was released from the clubhouse. Members in the clubhouse had no idea who the fuck was shooting at them. After about an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, after all of this is continuing to go on, and they finally surrender, every fucking one of my fucking brothers, I wasn't even, I was 8 years old when this happened. My dad was in the club. Every fucking one of my brothers and my dad's brothers got fucking beaten within an inch of their fucking life. A pregnant woman got kicked in her stomach and was told, I hope you abort that fucking baby. Right? This all fucking happened. My brother Pigpen goes to trial. He's tried for fucking murder. Right? He's found guilty. He's found fucking guilty of murder. They attempt to put him to death. He has a death penalty fucking sentencing phase. Thankfully, he wasn't given the death penalty. He was given, 25 to life? 20 years, 10-year minimum, first-degree manslaughter. So he's in prison. Appeal denied. Done. He's in prison. Well, another officer, an officer named Deppy, last name of Deppy, was also on this raid. And, because they've been robbing drug dealers for a couple years, this guy was fucking hooked on fucking pharmaceuticals and he's hooked on dope. So in an unrelated fucking beef, this other officer 2 years later who was involved in this raid gets wrapped up in a federal pharmaceutical beef, and he turns fucking state's evidence because he knows his ass is going to lose his pension. So he says, you know what? The Portland Drug Task Force has been robbing people for a long time, and the most egregious thing we ever fucking did is we raided the outsider clubhouse, and there was no snitch. There was no real warrant. We lied about the existence of a confidential informant, which means the entire basis for the raid, the warrant, did not exist. And independent of that, we planted drugs on the ground under particular windows to be able to prove that members of the club knew that it was cops outside. They came to the window and saw it because they tossed drugs out the window. It was all planted evidence. An emergency tech who worked in the hospital at the time, because this officer didn't die immediately. It took him a few days to die. At first he was just in the hospital. He eventually died. An emergency tech, after this officer comes forward and hits the paper, an emergency tech comes forward and says, you know what? For obvious fucking reasons, I didn't come forward, but now I feel like I need to corroborate this story because I witnessed 2 other officers removing dope from this dying cop's leg in the fucking hospital the day that this happened. And more than that, I conducted trace evidence on both of his legs and found methamphetamine on one and cocaine on the other.